Hi, this is Jenny from Bending Road. I am so glad you could join me today as we make this journey of life together. No matter where you go in life, two things are for certain. You will eventually come to a bend in the road, and God will always see you through. Thanks for joining me today.
Welcome back to my channel. I am so glad you're here. You know, we hit so many bends in our road that we need to do this life thing together, don't we? Yeah, we can't do it by ourselves. So I'm glad you've joined me. You support me, you encourage me, and I hope that I encourage you.
If you're watching on YouTube and if you have been encouraged by this message, I would love it if you would hit that thumbs up button. You can also click the subscribe button so that you will know when I upload my next video. In this way, we work together to encourage each other as we travel life together and navigate the bends in our road.
You know, back in, 1977 to 82, somewhere in that stretch of time, we were living in a little community of Forestville, New York. And one day we were at the church for an event, and it may have been a vacation Bible school or a Sunday school class. I'm not really sure, but we were making posters for something special, and that I remember. The time and purpose really, I guess, are irrelevant, but what is important is that for the next 40 years or so, this memory has had a real impact on me. I was making a poster and I was writing in my fanciest lettering. And I began at the top of the poster board and I got the first words done. But then I ran out of room. And the paper was just not wide enough. It wasn't as wide as I thought, and I hadn't planned well. The last word on the poster was supposed to be Jesus in big capital letters. And there's only enough room for J-E-S. I was so disappointed. And I remember showing my father, and now my father has said many, many things to me over my 50 plus years of life, but his response to this still rings in my ears to this day. He said, that's the way it is with most of us. We really never leave enough room for Jesus, and he's really the most important part. Dad and I talked about the fact that if I had started with Jesus and then did the rest, I would have certainly had enough room. We know the story about Mary and Joseph arriving in Bethlehem and not finding enough room in the inn. Mary's carrying the hope of the world in her womb, and yet the world didn't even have a bed for her that night. We all tend to get busy with life, and we often give the last of our time, the leftovers, to Jesus. The problem is we often run out of space for Jesus. In this past year, there's been a lot of craziness, and I've just had to shuffle things in and fit things in. I've been busy. I've had to learn how to slow down. I've had to learn how to give Jesus the first instead of the leftovers. Because so often I run out of time. I wonder for you today, do you have time in your day for Jesus? Can you afford not to have time in your day for Jesus? What part of your day do you give? Do you start your day with Jesus? Do you try to squeeze him in during lunchtime? Or do you hope that maybe you'll have a little time to read that devotional, to read your Bible at the end of the day, but then you get to that point and you find you are just worn out? I want to encourage you today to start with Jesus. Everything else will fit into that poster board of life, right? If you begin with Jesus. This also makes me think of the Mary and Martha story. one got busy with the things of the day. The other found the better place. The better place is with Jesus, making sure that we have enough room for Jesus. The busyness of the day, those things will get done. One way or another, those things will get done. When we're tired at night, we could be doing some dishes. But when we're tired at night, we may not be sitting down to read our Bible. When we get tired at night, we may do a little cleanup of the house, or maybe that doesn't really matter, right? But when we're tired, we're not going to take time to pray without falling asleep. I hope I've encouraged you today. I know that there are days, I know this, that it feels impossible to have any extra time. But if we take time for Jesus, everything else will fit in. And as my father said, remember, Jesus is the most important part of our day.
If you have not done so already, connect with me on my website or on Facebook and let me know how I can pray for you as you navigate the bend in your road. I hope you have been encouraged today, and I pray that when you see the bend in your road, you will not be afraid, but will take the hand of God and keep walking. You are not alone. See you next time.